This advice which I gave to my friend about what true happiness is, it nearly cost us our friendship. It could have turned into violence, but I was ready for that. I thought that if I can guide somebody, if I can mentor somebody, and even if it costs our friendship, I am okay with it. I am absolutely fine with it. How did it all happen? We are a group of friends. We meet on weekends to have tea at our favorite restaurant where we used to go in our college. We ordered tea. I took a sip and I said, his tea is wonderful. I enjoy it right from my college. But my friend said, this tea is good, but the tea which my mom gives, which my mother gives, it gives me true happiness. He used the word true happiness, and it definitely turned out into a different discussion. I told him, what do you mean by true happiness? He said true happiness means something which gives you delight, which gives you pleasure. So I told him that in what things you get true pleasure, true happiness. I have understood that by having your mother's tea, you get true happiness. And what else? He said, I like wealth. I believe in earning wealth and securing for the future. I like to enjoy. I like to go to different places. I like to go to the hotels, restaurants. I like to go to abroad. I like to spend time with my kids, my family. This really gives me true happiness, real happiness. So I said that your definitions are contrary to the truth. He said, what do you mean? What do you mean? You have your own definitions. I have my own definitions. So please don't contradict me. I said, no, your definitions are not correct and I can bet on it. He said, how? I said, happiness should be combined with wisdom. And whatever you have said, it is not combined with wisdom. These are all materialistic pleasures. He said, okay. Okay, then tell me that what true happiness is. If your definition is correct, I will abide by it. I said, okay. I told him that it might be little bit according which he might not like, but he said, okay. I said that I'll tell you. I told him that you love good food. You love restaurants. You like to go to visit abroad. You like your children. You like different positive situations. You like money for the future. You like cars. You like properties. All these things are fine. But whatever remains apart from this, that is true happiness, my dear friend. He got confused. He started thinking. Being an engineer, he could calculate more things than I could. Being a philosopher. But after some time, he got confused. He said, no, I don't understand it. I don't understand it and I don't agree with you. What do you mean when you say that happiness is independent of money, people, circumstances? I said, but that is what the truth is. He said, give me evidence. If you give me evidence, I am ready to accept your advice. I said, okay, I can give you evidence, but it can be very, very cruel. You might not like it. He said, I am ready for it. I knew that it might cost us our friendship. He might turn violent. But he said, okay, go ahead. So I told him, take a begging bowl and go to the nearby places and have food only after begging. He got upset. He started looking at me in my eyes. He said, what do you mean? I have got so much money. I have got so much money that even if I don't earn for 2 to 3 years, I will not have any problem. And you are telling me to beg? What is the philosophy? What is the proof? What sense does it make for a rich man to take a begging bowl? Will it explain me what true happiness is? I told him, definitely it will help you. His face turned red. His face was on the cup of tea. I thought he might pick the cup and throw tea on me. I was ready for that. I was ready to take that pain. He thought for a while. He stopped talking to me. But after that, he again asked me that I did not understand. What do you mean? I can't go and beg to people who respect me so much. So I understood. I told him that you are a little bit reluctant to go to different people and you feel inferior. So he said, definitely I don't like that. So I told him, I'll give you an option. You can become a beggar at your own home. By that nobody will watch you. He said, oh, I mean that seems little bit more sensible, I can do that. So I said, okay, okay, I'll explain you what true happiness is. You just follow this advice. And you have to follow this advice not for your whole life, just for few days. He said, okay. I told him, bring a piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, blank on both sides. He said, all right. I told him, bring a pen along with it. I told him, now tomorrow is Sunday. So you write each and every activity you are going to do from 7 a.m. or whatever time you get up in the morning. Mention that time, and you also mention the time when you will go to bed, and mention all the activities one by one. He said, really? But my activities are not fixed. I'm not like a train which works according to the timetable. I said, no problem. He said, I don't know what food I eat. Sometimes my wife prepares different food. I said, no problem. Try to be as accurate as possible. Even if it makes some difference, I don't have any problem. He wrote all the activities. At 7 a.m. I'll get up. Then after that, I'll have a cup of tea. I will read newspaper. I will look in the mobile. I'll wish people happy birthday and good morning and stuff like that. And then in the breakfast, I will have Manchurian noodles. I love that. That is weekend breakfast. Absolutely fantastic. And if I go for bath, I'll wear summer wear. I'll just enjoy. In the afternoon, then whatever work is pending, any emergency work I will do. If I have to pay some bills online and stuff like that, in the afternoon I will have some weekend lunch. It will be a special lunch which always is prepared by my wife as a surprise. I will have that. Then I'll play with my kids. I'll watch a little bit mobile, some web series. Then I'll take a 2 to 3 hours sleep. I'll just become totally refreshed. And then in the evening, I'll take my kids and we'll go to garden or some nearby place. We will come back, go to a restaurant. My wife does not prepare food, and why should she? We have got so much money. We will go to the restaurant. Then we will have dessert. It is the requirement of my kids. We will have dessert. We will come back again. I'll watch some web series, and then I will go to bed around 11 to 11:30. He wrote all these things. When he looked at the paper, he was also shocked that I do so many things from 7 a.m. to 11:30. He was not sure that he does so many activities. But he said, okay, this is what I do. So I told him that now give me this piece of paper. I turned it back. I told him that, look, you have written 7 a.m. in the morning. So I wrote that, and he had written 11:30 p.m. in the evening. I said, this blank paper, the space which is there in between that, I will decide. I want to make you a beggar, because it is my responsibility to teach you what true happiness is and what true wisdom is. Now leave it up to me. I told him, okay, you get up at 7 a.m., sit on the bed, keep quiet. Make sure if there is a window, open that window. And if nobody is in the room, don't start the AC or fan. You just sit there. He said, but how about having a cup of tea? I have it every day, 4 to 5 times. I said, okay, you can have tea, but just once. Sit in the bed. Don't look at the mobile or newspaper. Nothing. A beggar does not read newspapers. After some time, have breakfast. In breakfast, you are allowed to have fruit. Mind you, no dry fruit. Beggars don't have dry fruit. Just one banana. That's it. One banana. I told him that's it. Then you go for bath. Don't take a shower. Just put some water on your, sprinkle some water on your body. Wear cotton light clothes. Beggar does not wear a very polished clothes. Wear simple clothes, cotton clothes. Wear dress which you hate, which you don't like, which you dislike, which you are about to discard. Once you have your breakfast, if your family says anything, you have important work to do, you are free to do that. But do it and again come and sit on the bed. In the afternoon, what you will do? In the afternoon, eat the food which you dislike most. Around 12:30. You tell your wife that you prepared this vegetable, though you dislike it the most. And have just one chapati, one bread. That's it. One bread. From around 7:30 to 8, he will have breakfast. And till 12:30 to 1, there will be a huge gap. I told him you have that one bread and the vegetable you hate. And mind you, No add-ons, no pickles or anything. That's it. Beggars don't have all that. You have that. Then you can sit in the bed for some while. There is no need to talk to your family. If they ask you, you don't have to tell them the truth. You just tell them that you're not feeling well, so they can give you more time. Then go to bed. If your stomach permits you can go to bed. If you're not feeling very hungry, then take some time off. When you get up, again sit on the bed. Do nothing, absolutely nothing. Don't pick the mobile. Don't use social media. Don't keep on laughing. Speak whenever it is only necessary. In the night, have some food. Rice, simple rice. Nothing special, only rice. That's it. That's for the day. You don't have to do anything else. That's the life of a beggar, my dear friend. That's how you have to live it. Just live for one day, if possible once in a week, and if possible 2 or 3 times in a month. So friends, why did I give that advice? Why I gave that advice? To show him and to show all of you that only few things are necessary in our life. All the other things are just add-ons. They are useless. TV, mobile, these are, what difference do they make? What have they do to with what they have to do with true happiness, true wisdom? They are things which just distract us. They are things which just take us away from our real true nature, true wisdom. It is like somebody who is sitting in a horse. When you ask him that where are you going, he'll say that please ask the horse, I am not sure. So our life is also like that. We keep on running. It is like that we cherish so many things, we desire so many things, but once we get them, we get used to them, we adapt to them. Suppose I want a new mobile. I think about it for a long time, but once I get it, I just stop valuing it. I think that it is my property only. Our kids, we think that we love our kids, we just want our kids at any cost, but once we have them, once after the birth of our baby, after some time we take them for granted. We don't even give them time. The same thing happened with that person. What he did, when he had just little bit in the morning for breakfast, then he realized when he ate his afternoon lunch, he cherished that lunch. The one bread which he ate, it gave him so much delight because he started valuing it. That's what we have to do. We have to value the little things in our life. These are the things which will give us satisfaction, and once we get satisfied, we will be in a proper frame of mind, and once we reach there, whatever is left, then we will get true happiness, true wisdom. Many people feel like my friend that eat, drink and enjoy, that is not happiness. That is everything except true wisdom, true happiness. I'll give you another example. Suppose you want to go from A place to B place, and we have heard that the duration or the distance is 100 kilometers. Suppose you cut 5 kilometers, so around 85 kilometers should be left. Again you go a little bit further till 50 kilometers, but the distance should get cut, right? But our desires are such that they never end. No matter how much we go, our desires keep on increasing. Suppose if we look back, there were so many things we cherished and we could not achieve anything, and there seems to be no end. So why I am telling you all these things? There is one reason, my dear friend, because at the deathbed, when we are going to die, suppose there are just few moments left, then many people will think, oh my god, I wasted my whole life, I wish I could have done something meaningful. I hope that you and we don't fall into that trap. That is why we need to prioritize. We need to decide that what are the things which are important in life, and we need to live our life accordingly. This is the reason why I am explaining to you all this. So my dear friend, what is my role? Why I am telling you all this? My role is to help you prioritize things. Make sure that you don't just drift on from our real life, from our true wisdom, from our true happiness. Suppose we stop valuing things. Now I'll just give you an example. Suppose you tell some person that you are going to die tomorrow. What he will do? Whenever this little kid comes, he'll just embrace him. He'll just give him a hug. He'll know that maybe this is my last meeting, my last few hours with my kid. And suppose there is some other person, he's running after money. then he thinks that this child is my property, he'll always be with me, when I get old he'll take care of me. So this is our expectation. We take things for granted, so we don't have to do them. We have to live a satisfied life, a satisfied happy life, and gradually we will understand, we will create our own philosophies. Our philosophies are all skewed up. We will create our own philosophies. I will keep on guiding you towards that, but you need to definitely prioritize your life. And every time this video I always create in Hindi, but this time I also thought that I'll also create in English. So after every session I give some advice to people, so that they can take this advice and they can live accordingly. They can write it, they can repeat it. So what is my advice this time? My advice is that you prioritize your life, and make sure you write down that which are the things which are most important in your life. You keep this point in mind. And my second point is that become a beggar. I don't want to spoil my relationship with you, but just be a beggar for just one day in a week, maybe 2 or 3 days in a month. Just write down what are the minimum things which are required in your life, and you just do those activities. Don't waste your time in all those unnecessary extra things. These are the things which will create more desires, more pain. So these are the two things you just take from this lecture, and I'll try to create these videos in English, although I don't have that much time. But for now, that's it. Thank you so much.